Hey guys, Thunder E here, and it's the holidays. I'm taking a road trip to go visit family, and I have the GMC Yukon Denali 2022. This bad boy is a beast, so let's see what's kind of tech is inside the car. It's big.
All right, so let's start off by taking a look at this car. It is a beauty all around. Now, the color I have here is it's a darker maroon. I really like how it looks. Now, this is the first time I've ever actually driven the Yukon Denali, and I've got to say though, styling-wise, it's great. At the very front of the car, you've got this nice, massive grille, says GMC, and you've got those LED headlights that are big. They are really great at night. Now, you've got the GMC badging all around this car. You've got it at the front corners on either side, either the driver and the passenger side. Looks really nice simple detail there. It says Denali but underneath the door. Now when we open up that hood, we have a 6.2 liter V8 engine, which gives you a lot of power for towing, trailering, as well as also just the drive itself. Now moving around the car, we've got 22-inch rims. They are nice, especially for this car. We've also got a lift gate as well that opens up when you're about to get in. But we go around to the back of the vehicle, and here is where I found some really just cool tech in the car. So you can open up the top of the trunk to basically just quick access to drop things or pick things up, or you can actually open up the whole thing, whether you're using, of course, the button, your remote, whatever the case may be. Now this gives you a sizable trunk to put in stuff, but from here you can lower the middle seats all the way down, and you can also lower the third row with those buttons at the back of the car, giving you quick access so you can have more room. And this was great for my trip. I was able to put in more stuff in the car. I was, to go see family for the holidays, so that actually was pretty cool. Other thing also, you do have a full-size power plug there, so you can plug in tools or TV if you're tailgating, whatever the case may be, maybe an electric grill. You can use that right there with that power plug. Honestly, the driving experience in this vehicle is fantastic. It felt really comfortable. It felt lighter than the size of the vehicle itself, and it was great just going from New York all the way to Massachusetts. Now, when you're in the car, you're greeted with just some incredible interior. So once you get into this vehicle, you're going to be treated to the Denali trim, which is what I had in here in this package, which is leather accents, and you can see that nice brown leather kind of matches with the maroon outside. You've got wood accent paneling around the door and also to the passenger side, which is great. You also have leather seats, fully leather seats all throughout the car. Nice, has the Denali logo. Heated seats, so you've got heating on both the top and the bottom part of the seats, and also they're cool seats as well, so depending on where you are. Now you also have 14 speakers around the car, which is great. So your navigation kind of comes from the very top of the car, where some of the speakers are. I like that. So it kind of separates the sound, but it's a very great audio experience. Now, when you're sitting in the vehicle, in the driver's side, you've got a lot of things in front of you. It can be a little bit daunting, but it's actually not that difficult. Now, left of your steering wheel, you do have your drive modes, where you can switch between drive modes like your sports, your two-wheel drives, your four-wheel drive, and so on and so forth. Then you've got the power management for those power plugs in the car. They're actually two. One was in the trunk and one is in the middle row. And then we move over to the center where your wheel is. Now the wheel has buttons behind for your music playback. You've got a few option buttons for the screen in front of you. And then you do have a 15-inch heads-up display. That is great because your navigation also shows up in the heads-up display. You don't have to look left or right. You can look straight ahead of you, and you have access to the road and what you're seeing there. So that is really awesome. Now, we move to the right of the steering wheel. And by the way, that's a leather steering wheel with heated steering wheel. There's a heated steering wheel as well. We have the drive shifters, so you can switch between park and drive and all that. It's interesting. It's just right right on the panel there next to the massive touchscreen, but it works out pretty well. Now, the touchscreen itself is a 12.8-inch touchscreen. This is where a lot of things are housed, and this is one of the fun parts of the car. Now, you've got Google Assistant built into it, but not just Google Assistant. You have basically, you can sign into your Android account, and you've got full Google navigation with this. I like it because it allows you to do a lot of things. So number one, you can just go through the information system of the car, and you can see all the different things you want to do, from your settings to charging options and things like that for your smartphone. But also you can use the voice assistant like you use it in any other place. So I can navigate home if I want to. I can look for restaurants. I don't have to leave the wheel. But one of the best things is also that I can control my my smart appliances at home by telling Google to turn off like the master bedroom lights, and it actually would do that off through the car and control the stuff at home. So I like that simple synergy. It's something you can do off your phone, but while you're driving, you don't want to pick it up on anything, and this is a great way to do that. And I really enjoyed the experience because while we drove, we stopped by a couple of places, so it's easy for us to do that navigation. Now, within that display as well, you do have access to a few other things, like the 9 cameras around the car giving you 360 view. And honestly, it was great for parking because it's been a while since I've driven a vehicle this large, so it was nice to see all angles, and trust me, it's awesome. You can go ahead and download apps from the App Store, mostly audio-based apps, and you do have access to the 2 displays at the back. There are 2 displays for the middle row seats, which you can access there. Now, there are no video apps you can use with it, so that's something just to take note. And then also you have Wi-Fi built into this, and this is really, really important. I like this because it allows you to do much more. So for instance, there's Wi-Fi, I have 2 screens, so I definitely went ahead and I connected my Xbox Series S, and I hung out with my cousin, and we just kind of gamed in the back of the car, which is fantastic. So think about it for a long road trip. In this case, we just kind of parked the car, and then we played some Halo Infinite, and we played some Forza Horizon 5. It's nice the fact that if you're traveling with kids, family members, a lot of people, you can have access to those 2 screens. You either mirror the screens, you can have 2 individual sources, because you've got 2 HDMI ports there within that second row to actually feed into that, and you're able to play and watch content. So for me, it was a great experience to just chill with my cousin, away from everybody else, and we just kind of gamed in the car, and that was a great experience. Now, some of the other things you find in the car in that center console, there are also 2 more USB Type-C ports, which is great because you can charge your devices there. But the third row also has USB Type-C ports as well, allowing for charging in those third. Everybody in the car can charge their phones whenever they want to, which is great. Now, for the driver and the main passenger, you do have wireless charging right there with just one wireless charging charge spot. But there's also USB Type-C port and a USB Type-A port as well. Now, the center console itself has this really cool place where you can, I wish it was a wireless charger, but it really isn't, but you can place your phone there if you want to, and you can move that center console back to give you more space or more storage space. So there's access to it with a button at the very top of the car, and you can actually go ahead and access more space. Now, speaking of the top of the car, we've got a nice massive moonroof that allows you to open it up all the way to the back, giving you just more light in the car, more scenery. It's a great look altogether. Honestly, there's a lot I really love about this vehicle. You've got a lot of great features. The trim is nice. They've done a lot of things to make you feel comfortable. There's a lot of seating space, whether you're sitting in the middle row, the second row, or you're even sitting in the third row. Like myself and my cousin, we're both about 6'2", and we had enough space and room to seat in this car. When you're taking long trips, that Wi-Fi is pretty great. Being able to connect, especially with the other people in the car, if they want to do work, they can actually go ahead and do that within the vehicle because you've got a built-in hotspot, and that is through AT&T and OnStar. So that is something that is great for just like the whole family as a whole. And for me, I think this is the kind of improvements I like to see with with vehicles, not just going into EVs, but just stuff that makes things more practical while you're driving, you're taking long trips, while you're using the car. It's a great fun experience, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. I never thought I would enjoy driving driving a Yukon Denali, but I do miss this vehicle, and I like the improvements that they've done here. I'd love to see it in more GM vehicles across the line, and I'd like to see more of that integration they have with Google, because it made for the driving experience really simple and easy, where once I was signed in, I just had to walk into the car, tell the car when to go, and also just do different things, whether I was looking for restaurants or using my smart home features and using things in the car quite easily. So that is my look at the 2022 GMC Yukon Denali. I think it's a great vehicle. This package is roughly around $89,000, but you can build your own package, so definitely use the link down below if you want to check it out. And honestly, if you're a Yukon fan, Denali fan, this is something that will fit you quite well. So if you guys have any questions in the comments, let me know. If you really enjoyed this video, the fact that, hey, we are doing something a little bit different on the channel, we still gamed in the car and it was a fun experience, but if you want to check it out, let me know so we can do more car videos for you. This is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy your entertainment.